What if your recipes, invoices, and supplier notes all lived in one place and you could just ask them questions? I gave an AI tool a challenge. Here's what it came up with.
Have you ever had that feeling? You've got a brilliant idea, this passion project you're so excited about, but it's just buried under this mountain of digital clutter. You've got the notes, you've got the articles, all the inspiration, but it's just a total mess. So how do you get from that chaos to actually doing something? Today, we're going to look at a way to turn that mountain of stuff into a launchpad for your very best ideas. So let's paint a picture. Meet Alex. Alex is this amazing artisan baker. I mean, his head is just buzzing with ideas, new sourdough recipes, big plans for a local baking class, cool content for his bakery's blog. The problem? All that genius is scattered everywhere. If you looked at his computer, it would be a complete jumble of PDF recipes, articles he saved on ancient grains, transcripts from interviews with other bakers, supplier invoices, even these little audio notes he records when an idea hits him late at night. It's not just messy, you know? It's a total creative roadblock. It's stopping him from making progress on any of his brilliant ideas. So Alex is pretty frustrated, and he starts looking for a different kind of tool. Not just a place to store files, but something to help him think. A tool designed to help him understand and actually use all his information. And that's when he finds NotebookLM. You see that word on the slide? Grounded? This is absolutely the key. Unlike those general AI chatbots that pull information from the entire messy internet, NotebookLM works only with the documents you give it. It becomes an expert, but it's an expert in your specific world. So what does that actually mean? It means when Alex asks a question, the answer doesn't come from some random blog post from 2009. Nope, it comes directly from his trusted recipe books, his articles on fermentation, and his own notes. This grounding is a huge deal. It massively reduces mistakes and builds a real foundation of trust. Okay, so the first thing Alex does is build what he calls his knowledge kitchen. He starts gathering all those scattered files from all over the place and brings them together into one single intelligent notebook that's all about his bakery. And the process is super simple. He's uploading his PDF recipes, pasting in links to YouTube tutorials on kneading techniques, connecting it to his Google Docs with all his business plans, and yeah, he even throws in those audio files of his late-night ideas. And get this, he can add up to 50 different sources to just one notebook. And each of those sources can be huge. We're talking up to 500,000 words. He's basically building a private, custom brain for his entire bakery, one that can hold up to 25 million words of his own curated expertise. All right, so now that all of his knowledge is finally organized, Alex can start having a conversation with it. He can ask his entire collection really specific questions that before would have been almost impossible to answer. Instead of spending like an hour digging through 3 different documents and comparing them by hand, he just asks. You see the shift? He's no longer digging for information. He's in a direct dialogue with his information, and he's getting these synthesized insights instantly. And the answer comes back super clear and concise. But here's the really cool part. See those little numbered citations? When Alex hovers over a number, it shows him the exact quote from his original document. He can click it and jump right to the source so he always knows exactly where the AI got its information. Total transparency. But this is where things get really, really exciting, because this isn't just about understanding what you have. It's about creating something totally new. This is where Alex goes from just having insights to actually taking action. Okay, so Alex needs to train a new baker on the pretty tricky process of feeding the sourdough starter. His personal notes are kind of messy, but he gets an idea. He uses the infographic generator and literally just tells NotebookLM to create a visual guide from his process notes. In moments, without needing any fancy design software, he has a clear, simple training tool that makes a complex job way easier for his new employee. Next up, Alex wants to share his passion for different kinds of flour with his customers. He saved a dozen really dense articles, but let's be real, who has time to read all that? So he generates an audio overview. This feature creates a conversational podcast where 2 AI hosts just discuss the key points from his articles. In a flash, he's transformed that dry, heavy research into fun, engaging audio content for his blog. And finally, there's that community baking workshop he's been dreaming about. He's got all the knowledge for sure, but he has 0 time to build a whole presentation from scratch. With just a single prompt, something like, create a presentation on the science of sourdough, NotebookLM turns his entire knowledge base into a professional-looking slide deck. He can even tell it what kind of visual style he wants, giving it a presentation that's like 90% of the way done in just a few seconds. And just like that, Alex's story has totally changed. He went from drowning in information to being this empowered baker, teacher, and content creator, all because this tool helped him organize, understand, and finally act on his own genius. And this really illustrates the huge shift, right? It's not just about summarizing your documents. It's about moving from passively consuming information to actively and intentionally creating. It's about taking that unique library of knowledge that only you have and turning it into something real and tangible. So whether you're a baker, a student, a researcher, or just someone with a passion project you can't stop thinking about, your personal universe of information is just sitting there, waiting to be organized and unleashed. The only question left is, what are you going to create with it?
Pretty cool, right? That was NotebookLM, and it's completely free. Follow for one AI tip every week. No tech degree required. AI for you and everyone.